Hi guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to create this lion logo using Creo parametric. So here this will be like a very interesting video because we are going to involve we are going to create all these dimensions we are going to implement all these dimension into our diagram and we are going to create this exact sketch and let's convert this into a 3D model itself like if required. Okay, so this is the part that we are going to create now. So I think this is a kind of similar part, like very simple, but it looks like simple but it is very complicated. If you are a beginner for this Creo, this is a kind of very complicated part for you guys. Okay, even though I faced some difficulties for by creating this part, but I have not worked previously for this part. Okay, so this is going to be my first video because I have not I have never tried before for any practice session or anything. Like I have never tried this before, so this will be my first um, practice for this sketch, exact sketch. Okay, so let me just minimize this. Let me just zoom this like this. Okay, anyway, like I'm going to start from the my bottom face. Okay, so let's minimize and let's click on new and unclick the default template and let's rename this part as lion underscore logo. Okay, and then our unit as MMNS spot solid ABS. Okay, so now we have entered our sketch interface here. Okay, either you can go for the pot modeling, yeah, I'm just going to extrude this to have a good view, or else like if you are going to directly move on with the sketch, you can directly go for the sketch and then you can directly click on. Okay, you don't even have to select this template also. Okay, you just directly enter your file name and you can just click on OK, so that you can able to do only sketch on that part. Like if you're going to create a part by using this sketch, you can directly go for this part like how I have come in this inside, right? Or else like if you need to go for the sketch, you can directly go for the sketch itself. Okay, so yep, I'm just going to start my sketch with my front plane and let's go for the sketch. So the first important thing in the sketch view is, right, so if you are going to start your sketch, like if the sketch is contains only some rectangles and some sort of circles, like you don't have to put center lines for that, because for the rectangles and circles, like there will be like a constant dimensions, right? So we don't want to use any kind of center line for this any kind of reference. So here, as you can see in this diagram, we have around like various kind of dimensions, like you can able to see here, right? So I think this will be very complicated, like without using this centerline feature, like this will be like very complicated. So I just recommend you guys, like if you are going to do any kind of complicated sketch, so I recommend you guys to use the centerline feature. Okay, either you can use this on a vertical centerline or else like you can use both, like vertical centerline and horizontal centerline. But if you are going to use this sketch for any kind of revolve or like any kind of helical sweep feature, I don't recommend you guys to use both these center lines. Okay, so for that I think like you guys have know about this revolve tool, how this work. Like if you are going to draw some circle and if you are going to draw the center line, based on the center line it will be revolved around the axis. Okay, I think you guys can able to understand what I'm trying to say. But if you are going to just create a sketch and if you're going to just extrude that, you can directly go on with creating like both the horizontal and the vertical center lines. Okay, so here I'm just going to draw like a vertical center line because I'm just going to start my sketch over this plane. Okay, so I don't want this center line. If you guys want this, you can directly add. That will never interact our model because we are just going to use this sketch as an extrude part only. Okay, so let me just go for the image and I'm just going to have some good view here. Okay, like you can able to see like we have yeah, because in my view I'm just going to start this entire model from the bottom, or else like if you have done like many parts, you can directly go on with the top, or else if you feel very easy for this part, you can just start the part from the left face towards the right face. But for the beginners, I'm just recommend you guys to start from the bottom. Like for any kind of model, like if you're going to create any models in Creo, or it may be like if you're going to create any models by manufacturing, you just want to create the part from the bottom, right? So that's how any kind of process, like any kind of manufacturing process will work. So even though not only for the manufacturing, I just recommend you guys to follow this on the designing also. Like most of the designers will start their sketch from the bottom. Like if you have experienced from the bottom sketch, you can directly go for the left face. Like it will be like little bit complicated because you have to adjust all the dimension from the left line. Okay, so here oops, sorry. So here, as you can see, like we have only one dimension here, so that this length, that will be 53 and this angle will be 152. Okay, good. So let's draw a line from here till here. Okay, anyway, like on the opposite side it looks like same, right? So either we can mirror this, so let's go for the mirror. Let's select this. Okay, so then what else do we need to add here is like this distance will be 53 dimensions. Let's select these 2 points and this length. Oops, sorry, I have not selected this, right? Okay, so this will be 53. Okay, let's zoom in out here, and this angle will be 152. Good. So let's escape. It's here like 152. Okay, and you can see that we have created this bottom feature here. As you can see here, we have created this line. Okay, so the next thing here is like we need to create this slanted line, and then we need to create this line. Okay, so for the slanted line, as you can see, there is no angle indicated here, but if you go directly with this angle line here, you can able to find this angle, right? I think this angle will be 26. Okay, good. So I think this is right. So this is for 26 and this will be 20 and this overall angle will be 108. Okay, so this will be 26. Okay, and then one more thing that we have to find here is like this length. Like we don't have any particular value for this length, but instead of that we have a height value of 18. So this is enough for building a model, right? So let me just create a constructive line like this. So this height will be the value of 18, and once we go back to the sketch, as you can see, this slanted line just to hit this 18 like distance line. Okay, and then this angle will be 26. So let's go for the normal mode. Here I'm just going to draw a line like this, and I just want to mirror this line towards the opposite side, and let's go for the dimensioning. From here till here it will be 26, and once again let's go for the image, and you can see this should hit this 80 line. Okay, good. So I just want to create one more line. Oops, sorry. Like from here as a straight line. Oops. Okay, yeah, like this. And or else like you can directly just plot a point on this straight axis, and I recommend you guys to not to use more and more line features here. Just draw a single line like this without any joints. Okay, so anyway, like we have completed this feature, and the next thing here is I just want to join these two lines. Okay, like what are all the dimensions we have to join these lines? So the only one dimension we have is this angle. Like this will be 150. Okay, so other than this we don't have any value for joining this, right? So this height will be 18. Okay, good. So the next thing is like we don't have any exact value. Like this total height, like it will be 4. Like this will be 4 and this will be 18. Okay, so here we just have an angle of 150, right? Like yep. Okay, so 150. Let's try it with this itself. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a line from here till here without any constraints. Okay, I just want to mirror this towards the opposite side, and let's go for that image, and here you can see this angle is called 150, and let's go for the dimension from here till here. This will be 150. Okay, so this should have some coincidence feature with this point, right? So either like let me just try with this coincident. I don't know whether this will work or not. Okay, let's select this too. Okay, I think this got attached, but I'm not sure whether our dimension is got changed or not. So this will be 18 and this angle will be 152, and this will be, I think this will be 53. Let's check whether this is 53. Okay, and then what are all the dimension that we have added is this angle like 26. Like we need to check whether this is got 26 or not. So yep, you can see this has got changed because we have used this coincidence feature, right? So instead of that, we need to do something different to join these lines, okay, without using this coincidence relationship. So how we can do this? Like either you can reduce this height like a little by little, or else like yeah, that's the only way that we can able to do this. Or else like let's undo this. I'm just going to draw a line which intersects with this line, okay, and I just want to mirror this on the opposite side. Now you can see this has got completed, but we don't have implemented any dimension here. As you can see, this angle is 150, but here this is got 144. So we have to edit this to 150, and you can see only this angle is got changed like 150, but this angle is got 152. Okay, that's fine for me. And this height is 18, good, and this length is 53, good. And the next thing is this angle, we need to check. As you can see, this has got 26. Okay, fine. Okay, I think you guys can able to understood what I'm trying to say. Like you need to use like the center line tool is the best tool for this. Okay, so I'm just going to drag these dimensions out because like it may ruin everything. Okay, we just go for this. Okay, good. You just go for the diagram like we have created this feature. Okay, good. So the next thing here is we need to create this feature like this slanted line. So this slanted line will be like a straight line towards connecting with this. Okay, so let me just draw one more line, but before that, this height value, so this distance value will be 71. Okay, so here I'm just going to draw a constructive line. Yep, equally spaced on this both sides, and this will be 71. Okay, so the next thing is I just want to extrude sorry, just want to draw a line. Yep, as you can see this double dotted line, it represents the straight line from this previous line here. Okay, so this will be like a straight line, but if you move little bit further like this, you can see that there is only single line. It represents the vertical coincident. Okay, and if you move little bit like this, and you can able to see this horizontal line is got highlighted in green, and you can able to see this tangent feature is got occurred here. So just make sure whether you are drawing a straight line like this. Either like you can drag it like this, and then you can able to see like this double dotted line. Okay, good. So the next thing is I just want to mirror this towards the opposite side, and either like you can able to follow this, or else let me just have this dimension as 71. Okay, so then we don't need this value like this constructive line. So let's delete this. Anyway, like this will be 71. So the next thing here is I just want to create some offset gap here, so that gap will be 7 as they have previously mentioned in this diagram. Okay, so either like I recommend you guys to follow this tools, like what are all the tools which are available in this sketch interface. Like if you are going to draw some separate line which has been like parallel to this, and adjusting, like let me just show you, adjusting this value to 7, like instead of this you can go for the offset, like that will have some practice for you while you are doing for the multiple times you can able to. Okay, I don't want this, like I just want to quit this. Let's go for the single itself, like this will be -7 towards outside, and this will be -7 towards, oops sorry, like this will be +1, sorry, I have not seen the arrow mark. Okay, so this will be 7. Okay, close this, and either like I'm just going to draw a line like this and a line like this, and we don't want these segments like anyway, like this will be like hollow feature, right? So yeah, we have completed this, and then you can able to see that we got some unfinished lines here, like we have some extra lines here that should be deleted. Good, and you can see there is only 2 lines which has to be have some feature here. Okay, good. So the next thing here is like we have created an offset, and you can see there is a feature here like with a distance of 4 and with a height of 4. So here I'm just going to draw a line like this. Okay, so this height will be 4 and this will be 2 on this side and the 2 on other side. It means like this, mirror on the opposite, and let's delete these segments. Okay, here we got some segments to delete. Delete this and delete this, and okay, like we have done this. Okay, so the next thing here is like we need to create a slanted line, but this will be like inner sketch, like we will do this later. But before that, we need to complete this outer profile like this, right? So this line, like the next thing here is we need to create this line. So this line, like this will be a total distance of 144, but we don't have any height value, right? Instead of that, we have this angle value. This will be 108. Okay, good. So here I'm just going to draw a line like this, and I'm just directly going to mirror this on the opposite side, and let's check this angle. This will be 108. Let's go for the dimension from here till here. This will be 108. Okay, good. And then this distance, like this will be 144. Good. So dimensions from here till here, this will be 144, and like we got our feature here. Okay, but at the first, like I know that like this will be looks like very difficult, but after doing this for multiple times you can able to find, and if you done this part perfectly without having any kind of reference thing, and you can able to find like whatever, like if we are going to see some other diagram which will be more and more complicated than this, you look like, oh okay, like this is a kind of similar part like which we have done like before, right? So you will have some idea like that. Okay, so yep, like we have completed this line, and then we can directly uplift this line, but we don't know the exact line for extruding this. Okay, like extending this line. Okay, because we don't have this height, right? So instead of that they have provided this value, like this will be like 125 from the bottom to the top. So let's plot a point from here. So this distance, like from the bottom plane, so this will be 125. So that will be the height of this point. Okay, so from this point, like we have to draw two lines. So that angle, I think that angle will be 146. Okay, good. So let's draw a line like this, and let's mirror this, and let's go for the dimensions, like from here till here. This will be 145. So the next thing, sorry, like this will be 146. 146. Okay, good. So the next thing is like this distance. So this distance will be 144 as the same. So let's select this, let's select this, and this will be 144 as the same. Okay, so the next thing is like we can directly join these two lines. Okay, so let's draw a line from here till here, and then from here till here. Okay, so we have completed our outer profile, right? So for the inner profile, like creating an outer profile is very easy, but if we have to create this inner profile, like that will be very difficult part for building a component. Okay, so the next thing here is like we have this height. Okay, so then what else do we have here is like we have to start from this point. Okay, so for this we need this slanted line, either like we have to see whether this we have this line or not. So this will be 120, so we can able to draw this line. Okay, and then this distance, like do we have this distance? Oops, no, we don't have this distance, right? So yep, how we can able to build this? We just have this angle for this 120. We don't have this exact length. Like we just think like how to create this part. I have no idea for creating this. Yep, we have this. So from here we can able to draw a line, but up to what? Like we don't know the value, right? mm, okay, so we have this dimensions to be 55. Okay, so okay, anyway, like we'll draw a line. Okay, from here, okay, I don't have to use any kind of constraints here. Either let's measure this on the other side, and from here till here, this will be 120. Okay, we don't know the length of this line. Okay, that's fine. Let's see later. Okay, so we have to offset this. Okay, because we have this value and this value, right? Okay, good. So let's offset this to a value of okay, this will be flipped, right? I think this will be 6. Okay, good. So let's go for the offset. Let's let me just check whether this has got 60 or not. Okay, okay, 60, that's fine. So offset this line to a value of -6. Okay, close. And on, sorry, offset for this line also, so this will be 6, and close this also. And let's delete this unwanted segments here, and let's press on escape. And here, like okay, okay, good. So anyway, like we have to create this with distance of 8. Okay, this will be 6 and this will be 8. Okay, fine, but we need this exact distance value, so I think like they have not provided, but instead of that they have provided this angle. Like if we found this angle, we can able to build this feature. So for placing this point, for this also, like they have not provided any kind of value for this. Okay, and then okay, 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 good. So we have to create this feature first, like here. Okay, so this will be at a distance of 104 with a distance of 29. 104 and 29, let's plot a point here. Okay, dimensions from here till here, this will be 104 divided by 2. 104 divided by 2, and the dimension is like from here till here, this will be 29.5. I don't know how this got coincident here. Oops, I think like something is got let's delete this point one time. Let's place it like this, and dimensions from here till here, so this will be 29. I think this will be 29, right? 29. And this distance, like this will be 104 divided by 2. So from here till here, okay, sorry, from here till here, this will be 104 divided by 2. Okay, like we have created this, right? So we have placed this point. So from here we need to draw a line, but this should have an angle of 108. Oh, sorry, like 139. Okay, good. So let's draw a line. Oops, like this. Okay, so we have to mirror this towards this center line, and let's go for the dimensions. From here till here, this should have an angle of 139. 139. Okay, like we got this feature. Anyway, like these two are parallel, I think so, little bit. Okay, so we got created this line, but we need to know this value, right? Like for cutting this. So this point, like this will be 31.50. Okay, so let's plot a point somewhere like this. So this will be 31.50. Okay, okay, sorry, 31.50, that should be divided by 2 for the one side. Okay, so from that our sketch will be over here. So let's plot one more point with this, and let's delete this, and let's delete this line also. Anyway, like we are going to mirror this line towards opposite side, so let's select this line, mirror on the opposite side. So one more time, I just want to check this angle whether this is same as 139. Okay, it's 139. Okay, fine. So we have created these two lines. So from here we can directly draw a line with an angle of 20, but anyway, like we don't know this length, right? So that it be anyway, like this will be intersected on this line. Okay, good. So 20, and I just want to draw a line from here, like not a tangent constraint. Oops, oops, it's keep on popping up like this. Okay, so anyway, I just want to mirror this line towards opposite side, and dimensions from here till here, this will be 20, and 20 that should be intersected with this line. Okay, that inner line, okay, which has been offsetted with the value of 6. Okay, good. So this is the line that, so we have to join these two lines. Okay, let's draw a straight line like this. Okay, and a little bit like this. Okay, so the next thing is we need to draw the same line which should intersect here. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, and we don't want this line also. Anyway, we can able to mirror these two lines. So let's select these two, control key. Oops, like we got a few more lines here, right? So let's draw this as a single line. Let's delete these lines and let's draw a line from this point to this point, and here I think this has got a single line feature or double line, or double line. So let's delete these two and let's draw a single line to this point, and let's select this line, control key, let's select this line, mirror this towards opposite side, and anyway, like we got our feature. So we have created this nose feature also like this. Okay, this looks really good, right? Like anyway, like I have collapsed for some time, so like I don't know how to create this picture. Like if you are going to start from the bottom, anyway, like you have to touch the sketch on the top so that you can able to find this dimension here. Like I think you guys can able to understand what I'm trying to say. So the next thing here is like we have created this, but this should have an offset value of 8. Okay, good. So offset, and this will be -8. Okay, and then let's close this. Let's draw a line as a straight line like this, and one more line from here, straight line like this, and let's delete this line, and let's plot a point, draw a single line like this, point to point here, and I'm just going to okay, let's delete all these lines like this. Okay, so now let's draw a line from here till here, and I don't know those exact values, so I'm just going to um, draw a line like this. Like we need to check whether this distance is 8 or not. Okay, good, 8. Fine, so let's delete this line also, and I'm just going to select, oops, it's on delete. Okay, let's select these two lines. Let's go for the mirror, and I just want to mirror this on the opposite side. Okay, so we have done this. So the next thing is this eye part. Okay, anyway, like we have this line, and this will be like a straight line with a height of 16. So let's draw a line from this point to this, and this will be 16. Good, and then let's go for this again, and we have this slanted line up to interpreting like with this. Okay, like anyway, like we have an angle for this line. Do we have any angle for this? Okay, okay, instead of that we have a value of 55. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. So let's go for the dimensions from here till here. So this will be 55. So now we can directly join like this. So this is what they have shown in this diagram, right? I think this is fine and correct. Yep. Okay, so the next thing is like we can directly mirror this, like mirror this line and mirror this line towards the opposite side, and now you can able to see that our sketch is got fully constrained, and I think you guys can able to understood how I done this part, right? As you can see, there are various kind of dimensions, but we have I think like we have implemented every dimensions which are all available in this diagram. Okay. um yep, you can able to see here, right? So we have, okay, I think this is got some hidden here. Okay, you can able to see that we have added all these dimension into the sketch and we have created this profile, right? So let's minimize this, and anyway, like we have completed this. So let's click on OK, and this is the sketch that we have done. So let's extrude this. Oops, sorry, I forgot to select the sketch, and let's go for the extrude, and let's have the shading with edges, and let's have some minimum extruded value of 10, and then let's click on OK. Okay, so for the better view, I'm just going to create an extruded rectangle on the back side, or else like let's draw a line from here. Oops, sorry, from here till here to find this dimension, to find the center point 147.10. So let's plot a point at this center line and one more point towards like this, and let's delete all these including, okay, anyway, let me just leave the point away. Okay, so let's draw a circle like this, and let's adjust this to a value of 240, or okay, 240 is fine, or else let's go for 230. Okay, and this extrude thing, like this will be like with the value of 5. Let's click on OK, and we have done this feature. Like I think this color is black on the background, it should have some white color. So let's close the sketch. Okay, anyway, like we have completed that, right? Let's hide all these, and yep, let's go for the view. And for the background, I'm just going to give white color for this, and for the backside also. So other than this, I'm just going to give some black color, but I think this fabricated black color have a good look when compared to the normal black color, right? Okay, and now you can able to see like this looks really good. Okay, I think you guys like guys can seriously like this, right? It looks really good for this, but I think like this looks really simple, but I think you guys can, if you have watched this entire video, you look the difficulties, what else, what are all the difficulties that we have faced by creating this sketch. Okay, so that's all guys, so thanks for watching. I think like I have planned for this entire week, and including the two like next upcoming 2 weeks, I'm just going to have this kind of sketch sections. Like I think like I have received some comments like not from this YouTube, like I have received some comments from my friends, like they are facing some kind of issues with the sketch, because this sketch is the basic thing. Like if you are going to create any kind of 3D model, we have to create the sketch first, right? So then we can able to create the model. So the first thing that we have to create is sketch. So this sketch is very important while you are doing any kind of 2D diagrams. Okay, if you have practiced the sketch, you can able to draw this sketch on any kind of, like any kind of software, not only in Creo, in AutoCAD or SolidWorks, CATIA, NX, like any kind of software, you can, it will be like very easy. So the first and foremost thing is like we have to analyze the sketch, and then we have to find out the dimensions which are all available in the sketch. And the second thing is we have to come up with an idea, like whether we have to start the sketch from the bottom or from the top. And the third one is like we have to implement what are all the dimensions that we have seen on that sketch. We have to implement everything into our sketch. And anyway, like we can't able to create all the parts without facing any kind of difficulties. Like if you have faced any kind of difficulties, you have, like you can able to search any kind of solutions for that. If that is not possible, you can comment below so that I will help for you for your problems. Okay, anyway, like if you are if you can't able to explain those problems in the comment, you can directly mail me so that I can able to support you. Okay, so thank you guys. We will see next video with a very interesting content. Until then, bye.